Welcome back, YouTube. I'm back again for another episode of our non-league to Premier League journey with Worksop Town. If you remember back to the last episode, we used Moneyball to try and build a squad for the National League. And today we're going to have a look how we're doing in the season so far. We are on the 25th of December, so I thought it'd be a good point to come back, have a look at how the squad's gone on. Before we have a look at the squad and how we're getting on and the team's performance, how are you guys finding this? I'm struggling to play more than a handful of games. I'm not drawn in the slightest, and even putting it on to play, I'm only playing it because I've started doing a little YouTube video series. Otherwise, I just wouldn't bother at all. There've been a few updates and it has improved, but it just doesn't draw me in as a game, not just as a Football Manager game, just as a game at all. The old FMs I would think about playing when I wasn't playing. This I'm just not, I don't have that at all. I have no draw to bring me in and start playing it. I'm finding it really, really difficult to get motivated to play it. Now, whether that's just me at the minute because it's Christmas and I've got loads of stuff on and I'm busy, I don't know, but there's just no draw for me at all to get into it. So how are you guys feeling about the game? Are you really, really enjoying it? Are you drawn into it? I'm not at all. And just for context, I think the old FMs, it would normally take me about 22 hours to get through a season, because I'd just get lost in looking at the teams in the league and picking through players and looking at how people are performing. I don't do that on this one. I play a match, deal with anything that needs dealing with, whether there's an injury or somebody's unhappy because they're not playing as much as they'd like to. And then I'm just moving straight on to the next game and then just going to the next game, to the next game, to the next game. The only time I'm looking at player data and how players are performing is at the end of the season when I was looking for the targets to do the Moneyball type recruitment. Apart from that, I'm just not into it at all. The set pieces I've never touched. I think we've scored one direct from a corner just about all season and all last season, and I have no impetus to go in and try and work out why that is, because it's just clunky to navigate, and you can't really move players around in the set pieces like you could in the old one. It's just not very good. So yeah, I'm struggling with it. Just let me know how you guys are getting on with it. Are you really enjoying it? Have you found a way to play it that's getting you interested and invested? I'm struggling. I have to admit I am struggling. So anyway, that's enough of my little rant there. We'll have a look at how the team's performing and we'll get back into it. The performance in the league has been outstanding, way beyond my expectations at the start of the season. So the Moneyball recruitment style we went with has paid off massively. I was expecting us being near the bottom end of the table, to be honest with you, because most of the players that were brought in National League North standard at best, with a couple of standout players in there. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with the overall performance of the team. I'll be surprised if Yeovil don't win it. They've only lost one so far halfway through the season. I'll be disappointed if we don't make the playoffs now, if we can't hold on to this. As you've seen, or as I'll show you, I'm looking to make a couple of changes to the squad. But if we don't make those changes, I'll not be devastated. So I'll show you how those results have come about. If we go on to the fixtures, we started off really well. Last season we started with 2 losses. This season we didn't. We started like a house on fire. And that carried on all the way to October, where we went on a shocking run of 4 losses in a row. That coincided with Max Thompson picking up an injury that had him out for 3 to 6 weeks, I think it was. That was round about then, and we struggled when he left the first team, so when he was injured. But since he's come back, we've picked up again, and we're on a really good run of 5 wins in a row and not lost in 3, 6, 7, 8 games. So really, really pleased. We'll now have a look at how the squad have performed. Right, we'll have a look at the squad. As you can see, some standout performers. John Shamalo has been mint. 17 goals and 5 assists. He's absolutely bossing it. He's class. There is something you guys could help me with, and that's if you've got any training schedules that you can recommend for non-league teams, part-time teams, that'd be great, because I'm struggling to get any development out of the players. He's pretty much stagnating as to what he was when I signed him. He's not improved anywhere really. But his on-the-pitch performance is outstanding. Max Thompson's there with 9 in 14 after his bad injury. He's picked up again. And then Jack Maskell's done okay when he's played. The only thing is, when he doesn't start, he doesn't really score. He's not much of an off-the-bench option. Bramwell's smashing it again with his average rating. Again, he's the same issue as last season. He's either an 8 or a 9 out of 10 or a 6. He's never like Steady Eddie with 7s chipping in here and there. He either has a world beater or he's dreadful. Who I am disappointed with are the 2 wingers. I'm going to take him back off the transfer list, I think, because I don't think we're going to get rid of him. Ramir Campbell's been dreadful, just want rid of him. I'm going to show you the data now. I don't understand why the wingers aren't performing. So if we look at the strikers and headers won per 90, John Shimalo's just a beast in the air. He's class, and he's getting 2.7 shots on target per 90. Ramir Campbell, unfortunately, he does all right aerially, but he's just terrible in front of goal. 2 of the games he started, he got no shots on target. He was just pants. And then Max Thompson, he's not really winning the headers, but he does get the shots away. He's not small either. His jumping reach isn't terrible, and he's 6 foot, but we can't have everything. He's doing okay, so I'm quite happy with him. The wingers, though, I just don't understand why their average ratings are so bad. So if we look at Whitman, crosses attempted per 90 and crosses completed, he's doing all right, but his average is just not very good when he plays, and I can't justify starting him and giving him a run, because when I have started him, he's just crap. And then when he comes on as well, he just doesn't offer anything. Whereas last season, if he wasn't playing and I brought him on, he would do something, he would have an impact on the game, but he's just not doing it. It's the same with Corey as well. A little bit lower on the crosses attempted per 90 and the dribbles per 90, but he is getting nearly 10 crosses in a game, and as you've seen, Shimalo is dominating in the air. So I'm not too sure why they're just not doing it, why their average ratings aren't very good, and why they're not getting assists. I can live without the goals, but I would prefer to see maybe just anything, 2 or 3 assists would be mint, but we're just not getting them. Anyway, so I'm probably edging towards moving those 3 on. The centre forward who's up for sale, Campbell, and then probably the 2 wingers. Right, that's it for that. Righty-ho, we might as well play a game to finish off with. As you can see, our starting 11 there. I brought Rob Layton into the starting 11. Logan Stretch had played quite a few games, but he popped up with a news article saying he was unhappy, so I'm going to give him some game time. Same with Bailey Gooder as well. He popped up a little bit unhappy that he wasn't starting as many games, so he is also starting this match. We're on a really good run of form, so let's make that count today. That'll do. And then individual performances, I'd like to see a little bit from our wingers today. So we'll say that, and then we'll just crack on with the match. What I've noticed in the match engine is the wingers, if they do perform really, really well, you just see them absolutely tearing the fullbacks' arses out. I think wingers in this match engine, I think a few other people have noticed this. If you're not playing with wingers, the wide men, they do just tend to rip teams to bits. So if your tactic takes advantage of wide men, you're normally in a pretty advantageous position before you start off. We'll pick the ball up, Bramwell skins someone, there you go, right on cue for me. And then Max Thompson drifts out wide with the ball. Get a ball in the box. The big man, 1-0. He just doesn't miss from 6 yards out. Not that you'd expect him to. That's pretty much been the story of our season, really. We just get it wide, get it into him, and then he scores. He's absolutely mint. First touch on the chest. and a nice little toe poke, 7 yards out, 8 yards out, and that sets us up 1-0. 14 minutes in. Well ahead on the match stats. It's not very often we have as much possession as that, to be honest with you, so that's excellent. Nice little spell of possession, played into midfield and back to the full backs. Really needs switching out there, really. Oh, the big man winning a header again, and Thompson rattling the bar. I hope they don't break on us. Nice pick up in central midfield from Williams. The Williams sisters. That's a foul all day. Set pieces I've really struggled with in this FM. We concede from them and I don't really score from them. So I've asked for this before. If anyone's got any suggestions on set pieces, just fire it in the comments below to help us out, help a brother out. Because I can't get anything to work. Not that I'm not interested in picking through them myself, because the actual set piece navigation isn't that intuitive. I think that's probably why I've never messed on with it really. We're absolutely battering them on the match stats, but there's not a lot going on highlights wise. Anyone struggling? The whole team are performing really well. I'm quite happy for the team to set off. I haven't got counter pressing or anything on the tactics, so we sort of just regroup in our own half and let them have it, and then start applying pressure once they get to about here. Oh, that is awful. That is awful. Far too easy. The fullback there has been absolutely tortured. Give him far too much space, and the centre half's not come over to cover. In the real world, you want your back four to shuffle over to shut that gap out. Once your full-back's gone out, you've just left a massive gap, and then they've took advantage of it. Ones. Changes wise, Ross Crane's struggling for fitness a little bit, and so is the left back. There's no one really underperforming. I'm fairly happy with the performance. Ross Crane, he's dropped off a little bit. We'll give him a bit of a kick up the bum. I'm not happy with your performance so far today. I don't think I'm going to make any changes yet. We'll see how they go. We'll give it to sort of 55 minutes. I'll give him an extra 10 minutes and then we'll make some changes and bring some fresh legs on off the bench. Good is not having the best performance either. Thompson, I think I'm going to make 2 changes at the 55-minute mark. Crane's definitely coming off. He's having a stinker. And I think I'm going to bring Thompson off as well. Curse of the live com. Big John winning headers at the front and the back. And can Dan Bramwell use his pace to break? Yeah, I think I'm going to make some changes now. Right, let's get Crane off because he's having a mare. And I'll bring Lewis Whitman on as he's motivated apparently. And Jack Maskell will bring off Max Thompson. Bailey Gouda can come off as well, he's having a stinker. That'll do for now. We'll make 3 changes and see how that affects the team. Thompson's just lost it in the 18-yard box again. It's a nice tackle. We'll win the ball back. Can Dan Bramwell create something there? It's got to be a pen. Got to be. Nice one. He's not the usual penalty taker. But if he scores, I'll let him off. Great finish. You just don't save those. Don't have a left back on the bench. I don't think we need to see a replay of that penalty. I don't really see the point in this because you can't make out what's going on anyway. Nice tackle. Keep hold of that, Jack. I can't really justify taking him off even when he's knackered because he's just class. Big Jack. It's got to be 3. Oh, you are joking. Why didn't he put his head on that? As I was saying before about Bramall, he's either like an 8 or a 9 out of 10, or he's just dreadful. So he's on an 8 out of 10 today. I'm not sure whether to make some changes in midfield just to try and get some fresh legs in there. I think I will do for the last few minutes. Bramall's struggling for fitness, so we'll take him off as well. That'll do. As you can see, Whitman's not really done much. 6.5 again when he's come on off the bench. Just doesn't have any effect on the games. And that's us. There we go. Well, you'll probably join me back if you're interested for the end of the season, and we'll see how we get on. Hopefully, we stay in them playoffs, and even better if we go up. But I'm not expecting that. I think if we went up, we'd probably come straight back down, to be honest with you. But that's us anyway. That's it for episode number 5 maybe, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next episode.